Hello class, I'm going to do a tutorial. This tutorial covers B6, area and perimeter of a semicircle and quarter circle. So we've been talking about circles. Now we're going to talk about semicircles, which are half of the circle, and quarter circles, which are 1/4 of a circle. Again, learn with an example. So here is one example for the IXL. Also, we have a video. Also, you can watch a tutorial. Besides this one, you can watch a tutorial that's already made for IXL. Next, if you need any formula, I am going to leave the formulas in the board. So if you need any formula, we're going to use any formula on the board. I'm going to leave that for the quiz. So for the first formula, on the left side, semicircle, and the right side is a quarter circle. So we have 4 formulas, which is for semicircle, we have the area equals pi r squared divided by 2. And the perimeter, P equals 2 pi r divided by 2 plus 2 times r. On the right side is the quarter circle, and you're going to find the area for that, which is area equals pi r squared divided by 4. And quarter for perimeter, it's 2 times pi r divided by 4 plus 2 times r. So I'm going to leave those formulas there. All you need to do is plug in the numbers where they're supposed to be and what are they asking for. So semicircle, and it's perfect right here because it's showing you the picture of what they're talking about. For semicircle, they're looking for the area. So anything that's A equals, not P equals, A equals. Also, we have the diameter, which is 6. So our formula in the front for semicircle is A equals pi r squared divided by 2. So I'm looking over there because I'm looking for the formula. On the video, it's a good way to watch it too, and you guys can see what formulas they use there too. So diameter, do I have diameter in my formula? No, I don't. So how do I find that out? Remember, the whole thing, the whole line equals D, which is 6. But what's half of the line? What's half of 6? You're right, half of 6 is 3. So half of that is our radius. So now I know that I have a radius, even though I didn't have it on the formula. So radius is 3. Now I can plug in my numbers. So A equals, what's pi? 3.14 times r is 3. Remember, not D. We're not using D. We're using 3. 3 squared divided by 2. Now we're going to simplify. What do I mean by simplify? We're going to multiply first and then divide. So A equals 3.14 times 3 times 3 divided by 2. So 3.14 times 3 times 3 equals A equals 28.26 divided by 2. The last step is divide this number into 2. So 28.26 divided by 2 equals to 14.13. So our semicircle area, the yellow part, it's 14.13 square meters, right? So we're gonna put it right here, 14.13, submit. Fantastic. All right, let's see. What is the semicircle area? So this one's the same. I'm gonna skip it because I'm trying to give you as much examples as you need. What is a perimeter? Okay, so we talked about the area. Now we're gonna talk about the perimeter on the semicircle. So on the board, I'm gonna look for perimeter for semicircle. So perimeter for semicircle is P equals, this one's a long one, so you can pause whenever you want, 2 times pi times r divided by 2, and we're gonna add 2 times r. All right, what do we have? We have diameter. Again, how do I figure out what is the radius? So the whole line right here is equal to d equals to 8. What about half of the line? Half of the line is radius. So radius equals to what? Half of the line, half of the number. Half of 8 is 4. Now I can plug in my numbers once I know what radius is. So P equals 2 times 3.14, because that's our pi, 3.14 times r, which is 4, divided by 2, plus 2 times r. All right. Oh, r is 4, so I don't have to put the r, I have to put 4. See, I corrected my mistake. All right, so now we're gonna multiply the top numbers and then divide. So 2 times 3.14 times 4 equal to 25.12. Divided by 2, we didn't do anything on this side. Well, actually, you can multiply already. 2 times 4 is 8. So you can multiply these together. All right, now 25.12 divided by 2, what is that? Divided by 2 is P equals to 12.56. We didn't do nothing on the 8th side, so we're just gonna bring it down. 12.56 plus 8 equals to 20, so P equals to 20.56. So our final answer is 20.56 and correct. All right, let's try to find a quarter circle because we haven't seen a quarter circle yet. So I'm gonna skip some of them. All right, this is fine. There's no picture, but I know what a quarter circle means. So it's just 1/4 of a circle, right? So quarter circle, it says right here. The perimeter of a quarter circle is 35.7 yards. What is the quarter circle radius? So we know the perimeter. The perimeter is the line that surrounds the quarter circle, right? That is our perimeter. All right. So we're going to use the quarters perimeter because P, because we know P and we need to know radius. So perimeter equals, again, it's a long one, 2. I'm looking at the board. Perimeter equals 2 times pi times r divided by 4 plus 2 times r. All right, so what do we have here? Perimeter equals 35. So 35, I'm going to substitute 35.7 into the P because that's what perimeter means. All right, so 35.7 equals 2 times 3.14 R divided by 4 plus 2 times R. All right, now we're gonna multiply first. Simplify. So multiply first. We multiply the 2 times 3.14, which is 6.28 R. We divide the 4. We bring down the 2 and the R. We didn't do nothing on this side, so just bring down the 35.7 equals to. Now we gotta divide. So divide 6.28 by 4, which equals 1.57 R, because we still have the R right there, plus 2R. All right, we didn't do nothing to the 35.7, so we just bring it down. If we have two numbers with a letter that are the same letter, so we have two numbers, it doesn't matter what number, it doesn't have to equal each other. But if we have two variables in each number, then we can add. Again, if we have a number and a variable and it's asking you to add, then we can add those numbers together. So 1.57 plus 2, so 1.57 plus 2 equals to 3.57 R. Okay. Again, we bring down we didn't do nothing to the 35.7. All right, now we have a number and a variable. So if they're multiplying, to get rid of the number, we got to divide the 3.57 to both sides. So what is 35.7 divided by 3.57 equals to 10? Whew, this one was a long one. So R equals to 10. All right. So R on our actual IXL is going to be 10. That was a long one. We haven't done area with the quarter circle, so I'm trying to look for an area with a quarter circle. So let's see if I can find an area, perimeter, semicircle. We already did that one. Let me refresh so we can find a quarter circle. So here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, here we go. Area. Found it. Okay. The radius of a quarter circle is 3 yards. What is a quarter circle's area? So on this one right here, the radius is 3, and they want to look for the area. Area equals, and I'm looking at the board again, for the quarter circle for area. Area equals pi r squared divided by 4. So on the semicircle, you divide by 2, because remember, we only have 2 semicircles in a circle. And on a quarter circle, you divide by 4 because we have 4 semicircles in a circle. So that's why we have the 4 right there. So area equals what's pi? 3.14. And then what's radius is 3 times 3 to the second power or squared divided by 4. All right, simplify, simplify. What's 3.14 times 3 times 3, which is 28.26. So remember, don't multiply 3 times 2. Do not do that. You need to multiply 3 times 3 on this one, okay? So 28.26 divided by 4. So A equals 2 divided by 4 equals 2. So on my calculator, it says 7.065. So it's telling us to round it to the nearest hundreds. So we have the tens and we have the hundreds. If the next number is after 5, then the second number is going to change. If the number is after 5, then the next number is going to change plus 1. So our actual answer is 7.07. And that is, I think I covered all of the semicircle area and perimeter. I covered the quarter area and perimeter, and you're good to go. You can put this video half and half. I made all the examples for each one so you can understand what's one half of the, what's one area of the semicircle, what's the perimeter of the area circle, and what's 1/4 of the area circle and a perimeter of the quarter circle. So here we go. Go ahead and try it out.